Welcome to this episode of Let's Talk Money. Today, we're discussing some exciting news that came out of India this week. The government made an announcement about the steps they are taking to make India a $5 trillion economy. As reported by the Economic Times, the International Monetary Fund stated that the size of the Indian economy will increase from $3.2 trillion in 2021-22 to $3.5 trillion in 2022-23 and cross $5 trillion in 2026-27. The Indian government has already begun taking steps to make the country a $5 trillion economy by an even earlier date. When discussing the efforts being taken to make India a $5 trillion economy, Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary mentioned the important measures the government was taking. This includes the initiation of the National Infrastructure Pipeline of projects, and the increase in capital expenditure. He also mentioned the Union Budget 2023-24, which sustains the growth momentum with an increase in capital investment outlay for the third year in a row for up to 10 lakh crore rupees, 3.3% of GDP. Furthermore, the Union Budget 2023-24 has made provisions for enhanced outlay for Prime Minister Awas Yojana, the launch of the Aspirational Blocks program covering 500 blocks for saturation of essential government services, and an increase in agriculture credit target to 20 lakh crore rupees with a focus on animal husbandry, dairy and fisheries. In order to attract private investment, the Infrastructure Finance Secretariat has been put in place. It is also worth mentioning that an Agriculture Accelerator Fund has been set up to encourage agri-startups by young entrepreneurs in rural areas to support the economy. Lastly, the government has identified 100 critical transport infrastructure projects for last and first mile connectivity for ports, coal, steel, fertilizer, and food grain sectors, which will be prioritized for development. We can only hope that all of the government's efforts pay off and that India is able to meet the target of becoming a $5 trillion economy by the desired date. We'll be sure to keep you updated with the latest news as it comes through.